You are getting ready to be blessed. The PC Kids Ministry Kids Drama and Choir are getting ready to put on a performance for you of Arabella the Angel. As you saw, one of our own members, Susan Barnes, wrote this book, and the children are honored to be able to be the first to ever perform it for you. The children that you will be seeing are from age 3 all the way up through 6th grade, and they worked really, really hard. I have been asked, though, that if you are taking pictures, to please turn off the flash. And also, if you are out there and you want to be part of this next time, we practice on Wednesday nights, and we're going to, after today, we're going to be done until January, but all kids are invited to be part of it. Enjoy.
Long ago, in a heavenly place, a cherubic child so full of grace lived an unselfish life in her aerial home as she cared for and loved all to whom she was known.
Hey, Arabella. I fell down and skinned my knee. Do you have a Band-Aid?
Absolutely.
Hey, Arabella, I'm feeling kind of sad today. Do you know any good jokes?
What does a cloud wear under their clothes?
I don't know. What?
Thunderwear. Just kidding. Absolutely.
She was called Arabella, a whisper so sweet that it fit her just right from her head to her feet and sounded as if in a childlike prayer her presence was needed, so she was sent there. Nary a citizen crossed her path whom she didn't help or make them laugh when they weren't feeling well or just felt blue, which even angels are prone to do. And the animal angels loved her so. They would follow her wherever she'd go and wag their tails with such joyful glee. And incidentally, in heaven, there is not one flea. So because her life was a busy one, with mending and working on the run, she wore a very practical frock, which suited her lifestyle around the clock. It wasn't a fancy or frilly dress, and I suppose you could say it was quite a mess, with several holes, a few rips, and a tear, but she seemed not to give it a single care. Except that one day when the sky was dreary, Arabella's eyes became quite teary, and she wondered why she was so tattered and torn, and why the other angels had never worn such an old and beat-up example of clothes.
I'll check with God.
She said,
I'll bet he knows. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my child to keep. Let love go with me all the night and wake me with the morning light. Show me, God, who you want me to be. Show me, God, what's so special in me. And every night when I pray, that you would show me the way. Show me, God, who you want me to be. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my child to keep. Let love go with me all the night and wake me with the morning light. Show me, God, who you want me to be. Show me, God, what's so special in me. And every night when I pray, that you would show me the way. Show me, God, who you want me to be. You know what? I'm going to ask God in person.
well, she climbed her way up from cloud to cloud, and reaching her father, she reverently bowed. But he gathered her up and with loving touch let her know that he cared for her very much. So she poured out her heart. She could not understand how in all her beloved heavenly land there was no other angel so shabbily clothed from the top of their heads to the tip of their toes. He could tell she was hurting, and as we all know, God feels all our feelings from the highest to the low. So he ached inside for her and tried to explain why she'd always been dressed so incredibly plain.
Don't worry, God loves you. He made you as you are. So don't worry, God loves you. He sees you from afar. You know what's wrong, you know what's right. Now trust it in your heart. So don't worry, God loves you. Don't worry, God loves you. He made you as you are. Don't worry, God loves you. He sees you from afar. You know what's wrong, you know what's right. Now trust it in your heart. So don't worry, God loves you.
So don't worry, 'cause I love you. You know, your job is so important
He honestly told.
that wearing a dress spun with silver and gold would be impractical for the hard work that you do. Besides, all of your beauty is inside you.
She looked very surprised, and without even a pout, she said,
God, would you please turn me inside out so that just for a moment I could truly see the beautiful part that is inside of me.
He thought for a second and with a slow grin proceeded to turn her from outside to in. To this day, there has not been a glow quite as bright as her beauty majestically shone on that night. And in fact, it was by the sweet light of that star that Mary and Joseph had traveled afar to search for a place to give birth to their son, a stable, a manger for God's Holy One.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes her nations prove the glories of His righteousness, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love.
So Arabella the Angel is happy at last, and she still gets a giggle remembering her past and that wonderful evening not so long ago when God shone her beauty so we could all know that the really important and beautiful part is the love and the kindness we hold in our heart.
It's a miracle that God loves me. It's a miracle that He cares. The Father up above is so proud of me. It's a miracle we all share. It's a miracle that God loves me. It's a miracle that He cares. The Father up above is so proud of me. It's a miracle we all share. It's a miracle that God loves me. It's a miracle that He cares. The Father up above is so proud of me. It's a miracle we all share. It's a miracle that God loves me. It's a miracle that He cares. The Father up above is so proud of me. It's a miracle we all share. The Father up above is so proud of me. It's a miracle we all share.
Put your hands together and thank our wonderful children one more time. Didn't they do great? Good job, guys. And let's give another hand for Susan Barnes for writing that. She not only wrote the book, she also wrote the soundtrack for that beautiful musical, and they did a great job. So thank you so much. That was great, Susan. Great way to start Christmas, man. Nothing like seeing the animals throwing hay on Jesus. That was fantastic.